The shelves filled with giant plastic piggy banks.
This image is not AI.
I have a huge warning for anyone operating in this.
Why is this demonic number everywhere in space? Like, you're telling me the Earth...
I look at what they feed kids. In fact, I was in Austin, and my Uber driver had been working for 30 years in school cafeterias managing the lunch program. I said, so what's hot these days? Like, what are you guys doing? And he goes, you know, these days, there's a lot of wheat. 50% of what the kids eat is wheat. Because what we're doing is we're making human kibble. You literally go to the store and you buy a bunch of nuggets and you feed them to your dog, and then your dog dies. In fact, golden retrievers used to live 18 years in 1970. They live 12 years now. And dogs are all fat and they have all these weird lipomas and cancers and stuff they didn't used to get. It's the kibble. We're feeding our kids kibble, and we call it school lunches and McNuggets. We got to stop that. My kids eat animals that we raised or eat grass-fed stuff whenever they can. And they know if it's fried in seed oil, they don't eat it. They just don't eat it because it's not food.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. I can't believe that is happening to us now. First, we started with the dogs. Now we're doing it to the humans. Welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. We're going to look at more creepy, strange, disturbing, weird For You page content. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
They did this study where they put fleas in this jar, they covered it with the lid for 3 days, and then they took the lid off after the 3 days. You know what happened after the 3 days? The fleas never jumped out of the jar. They didn't get past the lid. They were conditioned to not leave the lid. Do you know what happened to their offspring? Yeah, that's correct. Their offspring actually didn't jump out of the lid either. They were literally conditioned. Yo, you can manifest whatever the fuck you want. Anyone in life, as much money as possible. When you put a limit on yourself, you put a limit on God. And I'm telling you, every leader of this world, the evil that is controlling this world is putting the lid on you so that you don't get out. That you stay in this microscopic box of non-infinity. Most of you don't even know that you have multiple versions of you. Most of you don't even know the laws of the universe. Most of you don't understand astrology. Most of you don't even know that you have chakras. Most of you don't even know this stuff because they don't want you knowing it. They just want you to be a paid slave.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's multiple teddies out there. There's teddies that have made it, and I am going to be one of those teddies. I can't wait. And you goons are going to be making it too. We're all going to make it. We're all going to transcend together.
Just a friendly reminder to everybody that you're not having a bad day. You're being poisoned. You're not in a bad mood. You're being poisoned. This isn't your hormone imbalance. You're being poisoned. This isn't your period. You're being poisoned. All right? This isn't your shitty ass manager or coworker and stuff. You're being poisoned. You did get enough sleep last night. You're being poisoned. You're eating plenty. You're being poisoned.
Oh man, that is hard hitting. You're eating plenty, you're being poisoned. Hey, healthy poison. We're gonna be the cockroaches that live. You can't poison us. We're gonna keep living.
This is one of the most important videos that I feel that people should watch. The reason is everything that I've ever done in my life to help me heal emotionally, physically, and whatever. There is nothing that has helped me more than this one thing I'm about to tell you. 3 main emotions when we're upset is fight, flight, freeze. The way you respond is based on how you regained your power in the past. If you are fight, it's because you didn't feel heard, and that means that you have to express yourself to other people when they hurt you. If you are the one that freezes, staying quiet is what helped you regain your power. If you are the flight, is because leaving a situation for you is how you regained your power. I really need you to grasp what I just said before to get to the next step, because you need to be aware of that before you do this. Body scans. Body scans have saved my relationship with myself and others. It's not about not feeling negative emotions. It's about how to. By scanning the physical body, you are no longer thinking about what's making you upset, about the person making you upset. You are immediately giving yourself attention and love. I'm saying physically. Where do I feel it? Where? In my arms, in my chest, in my stomach. Where am I feeling this discomfort? Now, the body scans work for a certain amount of time because as soon as you get back into the thought, you may feel that fight, flight, or freeze again. And this is where you use your senses. Right away, if you're in a situation where you can listen to the sounds around you, hyper focus on faraway sounds. If you're eating while you're upset, Stop just eating and actually taste all the flavors and everything on your tongue. If you're in a situation where you're not eating and you can't listen, focus on textures and feel maybe the bumps on your hands, feel the textures around you, or name things that are around you in your mind. If you practice this when you're not angry, it's going to be easier to do it when you're angry. When you calm yourself down, you do the body scan and you listen to your senses and your brain is calm. You now process things completely different and you now become the observer. But there's a warning. If you don't practice this on a daily basis when you're calm, it will not come naturally when you're upset. It's like if you played basketball and you tried once or twice and you're like, hey, I'm going to go play for the NBA. It's not going to work. It won't come natural. So if you want it to come natural, you have to practice this every day. You can do it right now. Listen to a sound that's around you. Now hyper-focus to the sound that's further. There must be a sound that's even further, like your fridge or something, or a bird or whatever it is. Listen. See? Do you see what just happened to you? Now imagine feeling that when you're upset. Life-changing, guys. Life-changing.
My ear is ringing in my ears and nothing. This is crazy. Maybe because I'm not an angry person. I follow passive resistance and passive aggressiveness. I've been doing it even calmly. So I just get better. Oh my God, this is something else. All right, do the things if you're angry. Do the things. Start feeling all the things. It feels interesting. Oh, I want to feel everything. Nah. You do what feels right. Don't be angry.
Vibrate so high that you live in the light. Vibrate so high that you can walk through the darkness and not be touched. Vibrate so high that you turn any pain into a lesson. Vibrate so high that you turn any trauma into love. Vibrate so high that you raise your spiritual ranking. Vibrate so high that you finish your soul contract. Vibrate so high that you never gotta come back.
Oh, I'm doing the things. I'm vibrating. Goons, you vibrating? We're vibrating. I'm feeling the vibes. The vibes are so high. It's high energy, high frequency. By the way, Goons, have you interacted with the video? Are you a goon? You stop it. Awakened ones. You stop it. You stop it. You're going to keep it going.
The law of reversibility goes like this. If a physical item or a situation can cause a feeling, then a feeling can create a physical item or a situation. The most important thing you can do is act as if.
What? What? As if the thing I want to be, law of reversibility? Is this like reverse psychology?
Do you know what it says that will also happen in the last days that we're watching? It says that people will refuse to hear sound doctrine, that they will instead only listen to that which confirms their already existing beliefs. And we're watching that. We are watching that right now. People, no matter what truth you give them, no matter what factual evidence you give them, it doesn't matter. If it does not confirm what they already believe, they just refuse to hear it. And they will label you as a crazy conspiracy theorist. I want to know what happened to common sense. I want to know what happened to critical thought, to critical thinking, to analytical thought. People literally just do not think for themselves anymore. Common sense is gone. It's literally a thing of the past. And it's really so weird to watch. I mean, not even political stuff, just everyday stuff at the grocery store has got me going like, what is actually happening? People just are walking around like literal zombies.
Yeah, I feel like this is true. We need people that think outside the box. Don't be in the box, be outside. Hey, trust me, you a goon.
What women have, men lack. And what men have, women lack. And once we can find somebody on the same frequency, once we mesh together, we fill up the gaps where the other person lacks. So when you build together, you build that much faster and that much bigger. One of the first times I met with Billy, I was like, what's your goals? Give me your 1 year, your 5 year, and your 10-year goals. We start with the end in mind. Your goals are here, how we get there. Let's draw the roadmap. And we killed all our goals. We killed our 10-year goals.
We demolished them. Two minds focus on the same, thing.
Powerful.
It just amplifies.
We're on the same team and we love each other. So you can make it through anything.
Yeah, I feel like it's for any people in any relationship with each other's significant others, not specifically related to gender. Don't come after me. Don't come after me.
Why is this demonic number everywhere in space? Like, you're telling me the Earth we live on is revolving around the sun at 66,600 miles an hour, while the ground is curving at 0.666 feet per square mile, and the Earth is tilted 23.4 degrees off center, which 90 minus 23.4 is a 66.6 degree angle. The Arctic and Antarctic circles are located 66.6 degrees north and south latitude. Or what about the meteor that hit Earth wiping out the dinosaurs? Because that happened 66 million years ago, and the asteroid itself was 6 miles wide? And then gravity, the very theory that binds all of the universe together, was founded in 1666. Here are a few more: Pluto's average orbital speed, and then Mars's furthest distance away from the sun, and then Saturn's orbital distance. Now, this last one doesn't have anything to do with space, but I just find it funny how Apple, whose logo is a fruit with a bite taken out of it, which of course symbolizes the Garden of Eden story, sold their first ever computer for $666.66. I'm not reaching, am I?
This is wild. This is legit wild. I did not know there was so many references. At this point, all the numbers could be numerology induced, you know? They are all trying to tell us it was always 666. As always.
You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And you're also the observer of your thoughts. And in order to realize that you have the power in this universe, you have to realize that you are not the things that go on in your mind. You control those things. You can say, hey, this thought is not my thought. I'm going to let this go. Sometimes these thoughts get pulled straight from the ether and they're not even yours. So once you can learn to control the things that go on in this mind, you can control the emotion that comes over your body. You can control your triggers. You can navigate your life in a conscious, intentional manner when you separate your thoughts from who you are.
I like that. I feel like there's multiple Teddies in my head that are just talking all the time. All the time they want to do. Everyone's focusing on a different thing, and then I'm the central Teddy that like basically does the thing. Which Teddy decides? I choose. I'm the observer. I'm the one observer. All right, I'm gonna keep it going.
If you're nervous, it's for a reason.
It's just like the spotlight is on me.
Well, what's hiding in the shadows? There is something. Otherwise, you'd feel chill. Hey, what you see is what you get. If suddenly there's fear, it's, well, with the spotlight, they'll see something about me that I don't want them to see. What don't you want them to see about you?
I'm still trying to figure myself out.
Why do you need to know who you are? And how does anyone really know who they are? Who am I?
Julian?
Am I just the name? Who am I?
I'm not sure who you are.
I'm not sure either. So, why do you need to know? Why do you want to box yourself in like that? Say the universe came. What's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda, you are this. There you go. Now what? Okay, I know I'm this now. Here is the question I would recommend asking yourself. Who are you afraid to be? Because it's not so much you need to know who you are, it's you need to know I'm not that. I'm scared of being that. I need to be sure I'm not that. What's that?
Failure? I don't want to be a failure. I want to succeed. I want all the goons to succeed. I kind of understand what this woman is going through. I understand anxiety.
An eye-opening study from 2001 compared muscle function in the forearms. 12 male volunteers aged 24 to 27 wore long-sleeve shirts made of linen for about 5 hours and then wore similar shirts made of polyester for another 5 hours. No negative changes in muscle functioning were observed when the test subjects wore the natural linen fabric shirts. A range of muscle disruptions occurred when the men wore the polyester shirts. The synthetic fiber created an electrostatic field emission over the surface of the muscle, which the natural fabric didn't create. Covering the surface of the forearm caused the temperature to increase significantly in the subjects dressed in the synthetic clothing. Conduction velocities in the motor fibers within the nerve branches of the muscle underwent a lower amplitude when test subjects wore the synthetic shirt. Temporarily covering the tested forearm muscles with synthetic clothing changes the pattern of motor unit activity. This is expressed by the low-frequency spontaneous activity of the muscle fibers during the state of rest, or by diminished high-frequency activity of the muscle units during the voluntary movements, and may lead to a greater tendency to fatigue while wearing the synthetic garments.
Wow. I'm telling you, the type of stuff you're wearing in your clothes, they say affects your frequencies. I've messed around with it. It is interesting.
I'm here pumping gas at a 7-Eleven. This is absurd. Some Jimmy Buffett looking dude just came walking up to me. He was wearing like these short shorts with a flowered shirt. He says, "What's up, my man?" So freaking strange. And he handed me a thumb drive, and he put it in my hand, and he held my hand for a second. Then he pointed to the sky and said, "This is for you." What the fuck is this about? That is interesting. I cannot wait to get home. Thumb drive, whatever it's going to be. I tried to open this on my laptop and it would not open. I could see the drive, but when I opened it, there was a folder. When I clicked on the folder, it said encrypted. It said I didn't have access. At my buddy's house now, I'm going to go in and we're going to see if he can open this. He's a geek at Best Buy. Update on that Jimmy Buffett disk drive. My buddy couldn't get it open either, so I just left it with him, and he's going to get back to me with all of the weirdness that's been going on. I don't know what this is, but coming out. See something. He's a good dude, though. So.
All right. First and foremost, I'm in IT. Listen to me. If anyone ever hands you a flash drive and you don't know that person, do not put that flash drive in your computer. That flash drive could have keyloggers. That flash drive could have malware, spyware, things that affect you. Yeah, you plugged it in. Oh, there was nothing on the flash drive. Congratulations. You just have a guy that's going to know every keystroke, every password you ever enter into that computer because of your inability to realize what's really going on. Guys, don't get tricked. Don't let them trick you. Don't get scammed. All right? I'm hoping this guy didn't get it, and luckily whoever that Jimmy Buffett guy just gave him like a wireless mouse receiver and there really was nothing there. But hey, don't put yourself in this situation. Don't get approached. You tell people, nah, I'm good. Walk away.
You guys, oh my God, watch this.
I have a huge warning for anyone operating in this world right now. There are certain people in this world who are very, very dangerous. And I'm getting ready to give you a kind of a way to vet these people so you understand that these people don't have a conscience. They don't have anything going on in their head, so they are capable of anything. You need to ask the people around you if they have an inner monologue, meaning, do they have a voice of discernment? Do they have a voice in their head that tells them right from wrong, or, just something to bounce off of while they are going throughout their day? If they don't, the ones that do not have an inner monologue, these people are very dangerous. That means that they don't have a conscience. So some of the most nefarious and wicked people in the world are the ones whose minds are blank. So anybody around you, you need to ask him, hey, do you have a voice inside of your head that, a voice of reasoning, a voice that tells you right from wrong? If they tell you no, be very aware of that person. All I can tell you is that person is capable of anything, and not in a good way, in a bad way. So be careful out there. Peace and love, and deuces.
Yeah, be careful of people that don't have inner monologues. Just be aware of them. Not like, oh, that's it, I'm completely avoiding them. Hey, you got to ask the question before you just start avoiding them. Don't just start avoiding people and putting yourself into a box. Well, we're going to keep it going.
What's up with this? Aisle after aisle of folding chairs? And look at this store. The shelves filled with giant plastic piggy banks.
Every single aisle has these piggy banks here.
Nope, it's not the latest craze. They're decoys. It's a tactic many stores are using to fill empty shelves at a time when the nation's experiencing major shortages of pretty much everything due to the supply chain crisis.
What a supermarket is trying to do is hide the fact that there are shortages. They don't want to scare consumers at all.
Shopping expert Phil Lempert says there's method to the madness. Empty shelves can spark panic.
They also want to prevent hoarding from taking place the way it did in the beginning of COVID.
This store actually covered their empty shelves with a giant image of packed shelves. Fake food covering up empty shelves, tweeted the shopper who spotted the ruse, so people won't notice the cupboard is bare. And this drink's fridge sure looks full, but open it up, it's practically empty. Other stores are using a different tactic, spreading out the goods they have an abundance of.
They're taking frozen pizza, for example, that maybe just you saw one of before, and now you might see 6 or 7 of them over a bigger area to hide those empty shelves.
Another example, moving cartons of milk to the front of the shelf to make it seem full.
We better get used to it. We're going to see higher prices, we're going to see more shortages, and frankly, we're going to see retailers try even harder to be able to mask the fact that their store is empty.
I'm feeling like this guy could be right. This feels like something's in. I don't know. Maybe is it just one store? How are the stores near you guys? I don't go outside enough. I need to find out. Is this everywhere?
This image is not AI. That is a statue in Sendai, Japan. It is widely known for being the statue that made me realize I have an irrational phobia of huge statues. Look at the tiny cars down there. Here is someone driving toward the Statue of Unity in India, the world's largest statue, and I don't know, the scale just looks weird. There's just a guy standing back there. It is actually hard to find photos that properly convey the scale. Like if you look at this long enough, you can see highways back there, and he's standing on a building. Here he is compared to the surrounding landscape. To be clear, these statues are a marvel of engineering and craftsmanship. They are all beautiful. I am just saying they are too big, and it frightens me. Here are some people standing around his toes. Here is a Buddha statue in Thailand with a person in the foreground. Again, the scale of it just kind of breaks my brain. I am sure that visitors to Chongqing find this attraction delightful, where they are held aloft by a pair of huge statues. It's just not my thing. This statue is in Russia. What I like about this one is that if you looked at it, you could just think it's the size of a person or something, and then you notice the little specks at the bottom. And you're like, oh, those are people. There's its feet. This is the Spring Temple Buddha statue in China. Again, very difficult to grasp the scale. You see people heading up the stairs and just disappearing into its base. Again, that is a building it is standing on. Here are some visitors being dwarfed by its toes. Of course, we have large unsettling sculptures in the USA too. This is in New York Harbor. It is called the Water's Soul, and with all of these, it is very beautiful. It is very wonderfully made. And also, every moment that I'm looking at it, I imagine it coming to life and rampaging through the city.
Yo, this freaks me out. These tall, gigantic statues, what are they made for? Who are they? What are they trying to... I feel like there's many things going on. We're gonna do just two more.
Does anybody else feel like the last 3 months are moving at warp speed, and that you've jumped so many timelines that you almost jumped past the human experience, where the things that used to give you joy don't give you joy anymore? That's when I remind myself why we came here: to heal ancestral lines, to learn the lessons, to get disclosure, and to find our tribe. Because ultimately, we all love people.
Wait, have I seen this? Have I seen this already? Why does it sound familiar? Find our tribe. I found our tribe. I'm always tribe. There's so many tribe things. Oh boy, you let me know if I've seen this already.
If in the last 48 hours, as in since September 8th, you're having a hard time sleeping, or maybe you're waking through the night where you normally wouldn't, or you're waking up inexplicably tired or foggy, there's an explanation for this. This could very well be happening due to the fact that we've had 5 M-class solar flares in the last 48 hours with a massive coronal ejection and some seriously strong solar winds. If you are sensitive to planetary shifts or maybe moon phases, you are going to feel this. And by design, during a solar flare, our energy is pulled on quite sharply. This creates an energetic shakeup, which in turn creates a sense of overwhelm and fatigue. Following an episode of multiple solar flares like this one, it'll be so important for you to take the time and do something enjoyable, or to rest, or to chill, or all of the above, as well as meditate, because this does serve as an energetic upgrade and it's calling you to slow down. This will be especially true if you've been feeling overtired or extra overwhelmed or overstimulated or just freaking depleted, because after a coronal ejection, which we just had less than 24 hours ago, you're going to be gaining clarity, insight, and yes, a lot of intuitive downloads. You want to be ready and open for this. Your body could also start to feel much more energized in the days following, and that is because you just received this energetic reset, an energetic upgrade, if you will. So tell me if you felt it. These are the times that solar flares occurred, and here's your mantra. I rise in fresh energy and shine in new light. And yes, you do.
I rise in new energy and shine in new light. And yes, you do, goons. Yes, you do. All right. Very, very interesting. I feel like there was a lot of videos that are really trying to uplift us, trying to make us realize that we're on the right path, trying to make us our authentic selves. Do you authentic to yourself? Are you? Are you? All right. Hopefully there are videos on the screen now. Click on either one of them. Continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Triple G's. Wake up, wake up, wake up.